What's up, guys? This is Brian from Whisper Status 74. We are now in a Walmart. Did a video a couple days ago at a BJ's. We've done them in Costco's. And Walmart, if you look at the amount of TVs they have here, is probably less than they used to have. But again, like the Costco's, like the BJ's, the Sam's Clubs, they're definitely the lower tier displays than they used to carry back in the day. Low tier in the same brands. So you do have your Vizios, your Samsungs, your LGs. But now keep in mind, when I'm at a Walmart, on the East Coast, Walmarts are much smaller. I mean, this is still a pretty big store, but these aren't the super Walmarts that you see in other areas. So those Walmarts might have something like a Vizio Quantum P Series, or even a standard P Series or an M Series. These here have the Vizio D Series, so they don't get very high up. You do have your usual suspects, your Philips, your Hisense, and again, a lot like the Costco's and a lot like the BJ's, as that guy just dropped the TV on the floor. You want to check the part number to these displays to just make sure that that part number lines up with the standard number of any given display. I remember when I had a Panasonic ST60, their Walmart version or one of the other Sears version had a different number by one number. So again, curved displays, Samsung 7 series, but again, you're looking at an NU 7100, NU 7300, just some random numbers. So when you look up the reviews for a lot of these TVs, you're not going to be able to find, other than user reviews, you're going to have a hard time finding these reviews on Digital Trends or Artings, things of that nature, because they're just not the higher end, and they're probably more comparable to the mid-tier 7000. You know, they add their own little touches. These are 1080p, but again, keep in mind, again, demos, very bright room. But Walmart not even trying to make these look good, as all of them are very washed out. Again, Walmart online might have your Vizio Quantum P Series. They might have displays like that. I know Target has OLEDs. But what is very interesting,
What's the exact
is over here, I have a Sony. So this might be interesting. What do we have here? 750F. Not even on display. But not a huge, it doesn't look like they have a lot of displays, just very random. For Vizio, a brand, they should have the M series, at least the M series here. But, this is not someplace I would purchase. Unless, again, like I said, with BJ's and with Costco, do your homework. Don't just come in, and a lot of people do come in and say, okay, cool, Samsung, 4K, let's go. You have to really do your homework, look at the part numbers, and look at what they offer in terms of HDR, wide color gamut, how bright they are. A lot of these displays will even say they have HDR, but without the brightness, you might not see the benefit. So, again, nothing wrong with buying from a store like this. It's just making sure that you don't get caught up, with these guys. I was listening to them talk. They don't know a heck of a lot. Not putting them down, but they're just kind of saying, yep, 4K, grab it. And you just don't want to, get caught. And you have your bargain brands. They're more like monitors. But in terms of your higher end brands, your Vizios, things of that nature, the D series, look at least an M series if you can. Your LGs, Samsung, but just so many different models. It's funny, at the high end, there's only a few different models to differentiate, but in the low tier, they just confuse the hell out of everybody. And for the last video at BJ's, I went into the store with a buddy of mine and just watched him pick by eye. And I realized what he was really picking, he was picking the brand. He was looking at, he's a Samsung guy. He's a Vizio guy. So he went and picked those two brands. He wasn't even, all he saw was, Vizio 4K. Cool, let's go. There's just so much more to it, guys. So just be very selective. Again, you might see different displays online. I know Costco sells the Vizio Quantum on their website. I have never seen it in store. I've been in about 5 of them. I've never seen a Quantum P-Series in store. I haven't even seen a Vizio P-Series in store. But just be very mindful. Again, never putting down just, stores like this. If you have, it all depends on your financial situation. But even with, less funds, just really do your homework. You have a Samsung sitting right here. Look how blurry that is. But just do your homework. So even if you are on a budget, you can get a lot of TV, with the budget. Just don't go by the brand name. Go by your part numbers. Find out which series you have, especially with Samsung. You have 7 series, 8 series, but is it an 8 series MU? Is it an MU? Is it a QLED? Very convoluted. Interesting seeing a Sony here, though. And it's not on display. And please do not listen to your salesman in a Walmart. They shouldn't know much. You have your sound bars. What's interesting too is how big a movie section these stores used to have, and now they're really kind of all thrown together. I've said in the past, I'm not a huge lover of the LG LEDs, only because of the edge-lit problems I've seen firsthand. But there's nothing here that's very impressive in terms of picture quality. But again, this is Walmart, But those of you that, again, want to come purchase, like I said about the BJ's video and the Costco video, do your homework. Get those part numbers. Again, if that part number is not familiar, it might be a Walmart part number. Then just look up or cross-check what is comparable in Samsung's line and then find that review. If it's an NU7000, that's what you're going to compare it to. All right, guys. Here at Walmart.
Still in the store because she just left.
Checking it. Oh, I want to show you the DVD section real quick before I say goodbye. I used to love coming into Walmart and just grabbing cheap DVDs. And as you can see, they're just really
Attention Walmart shoppers.
very little.
Shopper that was just in electronics looking for the Hisense 55-inch TV that was ordered online. Can you come back to electronics, please?
Not a bad selection, but in terms of 4K, oh, here we go. A little 4K section right here. Not bad, actually. But, this is my thing. You're gonna have that right next to that, right next to that. It doesn't, no rhyme or reason why they have things next to each other. So just really thrown around standard DVDs next to regular DVDs. I don't understand why they do that, but game selection is decent. But back to the TVs, guys. Again, you're gonna come in here, really do your homework. Don't get confused by the part numbers. Cross-check them with the most similar part number that you see from their other brands. If you search the review of an NU702, chances are that's an NU7000. And just look that up and then find that review. All right, guys. This is Brian from Whisper Status at a Walmart. Again, nothing wrong with coming in here. Just make sure you do your homework when you come in. Thank you as always, guys. Hope everyone is well. Take care.